Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yup, let's just get right into it. A nice little trade that we just got on, I think it was like this morning, or yeah, today around 2 a.m. We took our profits on our Bitcoin short, which by the way, we entered right around this resistance area and we got nicely rejected. We would be even up on even more than 10% on that position if we would have held over tonight, but I felt like bagging my profits, and that's exactly what I did. So congrats to the gold members that were able to get this trade. This was a really nice one, and Hayden's been posting some very nice trade setups as well. Take profit one was hit on his Solana trade, which was up over 24%. So if you guys want to get access to these trades, feel free to become a crypto member inside the Discord. All right, let's go ahead and do some analysis on Bitcoin. Right now, we can see that we ran right into this trend line right here, or this downsloping trend line, which acted as resistance. And I expect it to eventually start to break this resistance and keep, its move higher, keep its move going higher towards the upside. I expect around 32 to potentially 34,000 to be achieved, and I'll be looking to potentially re-enter into a long position if we can get down to potentially 27,200 to 27,500, which will be flipping now as support. So you guys can take a look here. Let me just get on. I think it was this chart. I have so many charts here. I think it was this one. I'll just get on some smaller time frames and I'll illustrate this a little bit better for you guys, so you guys can see 27,200 has acted as support and resistance somewhat, and now we can see that 25,500 was also acting as a little bit of support. And we actually tagged this level today right around 27,500. Actually, yeah, we did wick down to 27,500, but I guess my 27,510. So I guess my long order did not end up getting filled. But we could still even pull back a little bit lower. Maybe 27,200 could very easily be tagged, and I would be, I'd really like to enter right around that level into a long position. But I'll keep you guys up to date on what I do. Taking a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, things were looking very bullish. We're getting a bit of a pause right now with a reversal sign on market Cipher. So maybe we are gonna come back down, or maybe this rally is already starting to fade, and we're actually gonna go back down to the 50% retracement, because if you do a fib retrace on a wave 4, we have not tagged the 50% retracement, which is at 25,326, and we actually just we essentially held support right around the $26,600 area, and we had some very big wicks underneath there. We didn't tag 25 yet, and then you got your 618 at 23,968. So overall, still waiting to see if this move is going to keep going. If it is, then you're going to expect higher levels as 30, as high as 35 as your 618, but I'm expecting 32 to 35 as my primary targets. All right, let's take a look at Wave Edge here. So Wave Edge acting very nicely. We did get those green crosses and ended up leading to a nice little move up towards the upside. Now what I want to see is follow through. I want to take a look at the weekly as well, see how things are going on there. So again, the weekly is not looking as bullish, not looking as strong as as the daily chart, but at the moment, I think the monthly is definitely recovering a significant amount. Yeah, there you go. So the monthly chart is looking very good for the Bitcoin price. It's showing that there's a lot of potential upside that could be coming. The move down has slowed down significantly, and right now, the momentum is starting to build back up towards the upside. But other than that, not too much to make of it. I think we got a red cross the other day last night, or on the 1 hour time frame, and then we got a bit of a dip. Now we're getting a green cross, and then we are starting to see some upside. So maybe we won't get 27,200 after all, but we'll have to see about that. All right, so tomorrow the markets are going to be open for trading. It was Memorial Day weekend for the Americans, and then the markets are going to be open tomorrow for trading at 8 a.m. Or actually, they're already open right now. The overnights are open. So let's take a look at the S&P 500 quickly. Actually, we'll run it through Market Cipher because a lot of people want to see the weekly time frames on the NASDAQ. And so again, the NASDAQ is actually starting to slow down its momentum just a little bit right now with a -4 and 11. Still looking bullish for the NASDAQ. It could very easily keep making higher highs here, and maybe even tag 15,200, and then we'll get a bit of a rejection. But for the time being, we have tagged the 61.8% retracement on your fib. So if you do bit of a retracement here. You have now tagged the 61.8, right? So that was your retrace for the fibs. And now you take a look at the S&P 500, and then it's actually looking a little bit, it's actually looking significantly more bullish than last week. So right now you can see that there's no red dot on the S&P 500 yet. You expect some more upside to come from here. And again, it's very possible for the S&P to keep going as it has been lagging the NASDAQ. Taking a look at the Russells, not the Russell, the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones is actually showing some signs of weakness now with a red cross on the weekly and a 14 and -4, but I wouldn't make too much of it because the Dow Jones is price cap weighted. It's only 30 stocks. So again, this could very easily reverse back up towards the upside. And the Russell 2000 is looking pretty promising at the moment. However, you do have red money flow, so just be careful. And there's a lot of regional banks in this one. So again, this one could be a very volatile play because you guys can try to trade it, but I'm going to be definitely getting into a long-term short once the Russell hits my level. All right, let's get on to taking a look at the oil chart. And again, oil just chopping sideways again. It's in this it's holding this upsloping trend line as support, and resistance for oil at the moment is set at right around $73 to $74, or 73 and 75 cents would be your resistance for oil. If it were to break above this level, then I would think that you would start to tag the $77 to $79 level, at which point I would be very interested into getting into a big short on oil. Okay, let's take a look at natural gas. Again, natural gas just moving sideways here. Actually, it's starting to drop a little bit now on the MACD. You can see that we've crossed back into the red, and it's starting to fail. It's failed to hold its support level, so it's very possible that the natural gas could start to head back down here towards $2 or even $1.90 to hit this as support one more time before you start to make the higher high on the nat gas chart. And again, this could continue the bullish divergence on the weekly, but overall the monthly time frame on the NYMEX is still looking very, very good. Again, this is the nat gas futures, and we have not invalidated the lows. Again, it's going to take some time for this chart to play out, but overall I think the lows are in for nat gas, and I love the price that we are at the moment. For the long term, I would definitely be getting into some long-term positions. Taking a look at gold here, gold had a bit of an up day yesterday. I mean, the DXY was just pausing, and I don't know if the gold chart was, let me just check. Oh yeah, the Monday. So on Monday, gold was up about 1%, $22, and now it's back down to where it was at its open yesterday. So again, gold taking a bit of a hit now. Let's take a look at the DXY, see if anything's going on there. The DXY is actually starting to come back down a little bit as well, but DXY has been very strong. It's very possible that we're starting to retest this level as support before we continue and move towards the upside. Maybe we're going to tag 105, and that's going to be our top, and then we're going to start to come back down, and that'll be good for the markets. But again, a bullish dollar is not good for the traditional markets. And then you can see that the bond yields are also starting to come down at the moment. So we'll see if these start to come back down and hold 3.6 as support. But overall, what you don't want to see is a 2-year keep climbing it like the way it has been doing. It almost reached 4.7 the other day. We actually hit 4.64. And again, I think if you were to hit the 5% level again on the 2-year, that would be a very big problem for the Fed. Overall, they'd have to raise rates more, and that's not what the market wants. And finally, I just want to cover one little thing here is a divergence between TLT, which is the Treasury bond ETF, and the S&P 500. And we can see that the S&P, has been going up while the TLT has been going down. And if you look at, historical patterns here, you can see that the TLT has led the market has led the market in correction. So you guys can see here. Let me just adjust this a little bit better. So if you take a look at here, when the TLT started to move down, you can see the market was, irrational, delusional, whatever you want to call it. It was moving up, and eventually it would start to correct down with TLT. And then you can see the same thing here, market rallying back up, and then again, market's just irrational, and then it starts to come back down, right? Significantly. And you've seen this many times over and over and over again. More recently in February, right, the markets were just chopping sideways. TLT was dropping significantly. Sorry, my chart is not aligned perfectly. There we go. So you can see the TLT was dropping and dropping and dropping. Market's just chopping sideways, sideways, and sideways, not doing much. And then you can see that big drop in the market finally. And then TLT started recovering, and you saw the market recover as well. Now we've seen a significant divergence for a good amount of time now. Let me just pull up the chart and line up once more. You can see that the TLT has been coming down for a while now, since April 6th. TLT has been going down significantly. It's dropped over, I believe this is like 6%, right? And the market has been going up slowly and steadily, right, on the S&P. If you take a look at the Nasdaq's been going up way more than what TLT's been doing. So again, I still believe that we are due for a pullback. We are now at oversold conditions, and the market may not think that we are going to have a hard landing. They're pricing in a soft landing, pricing in rate cuts, but let the market do what it wants to do, and then once it gets to a good level, we will short it. All right. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. You guys have been awesome. We're almost at 25,000 subscribers. And if you guys want to get access to my trades for stocks and crypto, the link is in the description. Love you all. Peace.